Hey everyone, this is Carlo here, and today I'm going to make a video showcasing pretty much all the birthday gifts I got, except for one that I'll explain more about in the description. First, I'll start with the CDs I got. Particularly, these are ones that I asked my parents to get me, and one of them is this one. I think this is one Dad got, but it's called With Odin on Our Side from Amon Amarth. They're a melodic death metal band from Sweden. Death, just in case that sounded like I said an F sound or something. But yeah, Amon Amarth, Sweden, melodic death metal, and this is from 2006. So it's one of their earlier albums, or unless you want to call like mid time as of 2024. I don't know. And as you can see here, these song titles pretty much speak of Norse mythology and Viking culture, especially, for example, With Odin on Our Side. The album title alone definitely implies that. But yeah, Runes to My Memory, definitely very, very Norse sounding. Under the Northern Star, all right. Cry the Black Birds. I think ravens are key part of Norse culture, but that's just a guess. So don't quote me. Don't quote for me on that, okay? But yeah, I did want to get an earlier album than this, like The Crusher, if I said that right. But the production value is probably something I want to get used to, and I didn't always, it wasn't always the best time to listening to it, and it's kind of the reason why I did not ask my parents to get me 1 cent from the Golden Hall. Again, I'm just trying to emphasize cent, so it doesn't sound like I said set. But yeah, 1 cent from the Golden Hall, because yeah, and also the vocals was definitely not up to par. But normally, especially including in this album, because I did listen to some of these songs on YouTube, Johan Hegg, the vocalist, he is absolutely fantastic. I kid you not. He's probably one of my favorite death metal vocalists of all time because he's very aggressive, but also very understandable. Like just enough so he isn't speaking a lot of gibberish or doesn't sound like a lot of it. Because that's kind of why I'm not always used to extreme metal that much. I'm sorry, but I do have some respect for where it's due. This is another one from Amon Amarth called "Deceiver of the Gods" from 2013. Hoping I got that right. I'll check after I finish recording. This is one where I decided not to take off this plastic wrapping because I wanted to show this sticker. Metal Blade Records 40th anniversary. Okay, now it's gotten right there. 1982 to 2022. Oh, so it looks like it's already been. So this is like their 42nd year or something. I don't know. Seems like Metal Blade Records, I guess, 42 years old. I just noticed that recently. Just now when recording, because this is all off script anyway. Let's see here. Deceiver of the Gods. As Loki falls. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. Or as Loki falls? I don't know. I'm just guessing. Don't worry. I'm not a Norse mythology expert, so yeah. Let's see. Warriors of the North. Well, I think the Vikings were called Northmen at times before. I know the film The Secret of Kells once called them that, where the abbot says, "The Northmen are upon us, and here you are drawing." Okay. We shall destroy. So yeah. Also, look at how cool this box cover looks, or album cover. Sorry, not really a box, but album cover. Bunch of these guys. Honestly, when I start making films, maybe I'll get, at least at some points, have painters do my movie posters, because that would be nice. Just something that's not always floating faces. Okay. Looks like they're in for it. And yeah, cool looking stuff. And this one I do actually like as well. Again, you don't have to always do a super detailed painting to do something awesome. This one's also still pretty good, but I definitely look up to Deceiver of the Gods album cover as well. Next up is an album from Blind Guardian. This time they're, at least of right now, a power metal band, and they're from Germany. This one is called Follow the Blind. This is their second album, but this was back when they were still more of a speed and thrash band. I think this one's more like speed and thrash metal, but a bit of touching on power metal. Like I assume maybe the tracks Follow the Blind and Valhalla. Okay, another Norse mythology reference. Or Valhalla? Oh, okay, never. Okay, it looks like the V is just done in a weird way. Such weird text fonts these days. Yikes. That's Blind Guardian, I assume back then. Not sure what that shirt Hansi was wearing is. sometimes they do wear Metallica shirts. At least there was one where they did. And this is just we got some bonus tracks here, some demos. Barbara Ann, that's a Beach Boys cover they did. Pretty silly one, but they even had a bit of, I think they had a bit of Little Richard when they had that. So yeah, that's Follow the Blind. That one's from the late 80s. I assume 1989, but again, just a guess. I didn't look up all this stuff before recording. This one, 1990, Blind Guardians, Tales from the Twilight World. This is their third album. Unlike Follow the Blind, this is a 2017 remaster. Yeah, same kind of text font with this one. These are all. I think a lot of these are pretty much bangers. I don't think I ever listened to Altair 4 on YouTube already, but Weird Dreams is a pretty cool instrumental. Probably one of the faster songs from Blind Guardian besides Violent Shadows. The Last Candle's a neat one. Welcome to Dying. Pretty crude title, but cool song either way. Traveler in Time, according to Wikipedia, is based on the Doom books. So maybe I'll do a custom music video with footage from Doom Part 1. I don't have a disc for 2, or Part 2 of that movie, so yeah. Lord of the Rings, as you can probably guess, it's based on Tolkien. At least that's that's my guess too. I don't think that's a hard guess. Anyway, so now it's time to get to the books. So as for books, I figured I'd start showing this one. This one's called Celtic Tales, Fairy Tales and Stories of Enchantment from Ireland, Scotland, Brittany, and Wales. Brittany, if I said that right. Illustrations by Kate Forrester. And this is the back of the book. Selkies, wyverns, witches, and giants. Perilous quests, true love, and animals that talk. As if that's not too unheard of in plenty of films we've seen, either as kids or adults, like Kung Fu Panda, for instance, but that's like an obvious example. Let's see here. The traditional stories of, all this kind of stuff there. Well, Celtic folklore, as it says here. And the illustrators from England, so that's neat. And as I open some of the pages up, there's not a lot of pictures in here. Usually at the start of every tale, it starts with one. Kind of like those Harry Potter books I have. And yeah, so this one's from Scotland. And this one's from Ireland. Let's see what we got here. Master and Man, also from Ireland. This one's from Scotland. And so yeah, it's kind of a range between what comes from what. You just have to see what's there. And which one I showed it's from Brittany, for example. So yeah. The illustrations are definitely really cool, I will say that. So Kate Forrester, if you're watching this, let me just tell you right now that I love these illustrations you made. They're very nice, not too complicated, but still very nice and pretty authentic. Let's see, if the focus can get on that stupid thing right. You know what? Okay, never mind. I was going to do manual focus, but yeah. The Basin of Gold and the Diamond Lance from Brittany this time. Also, in case I didn't say it earlier, I will put a link in the description to give you a head start on learning what Brittany is, because that was new to me. I had to even ask my parents. But usually a lot of it links to modern day northwestern France. And just when you think Nordic cultures weren't over in the topic of this video, here we have Nordic Tales. Oh, just to be precise, Nordic is a little different from Norse, but this includes Norse, which for Norse countries, that's particularly Norway, Sweden, Denmark. This one's Nordic, which it also means it includes, in this case, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, and Denmark. Okay, now it's better. Illustrations by Ulla Thynell, or Ulla, I don't know. I don't know enough Finnish to say that. Oh yeah, this illustrator is and graphic designer is from Helsinki, which is in Finland. So yeah, let's see here. Captivating world of Nordic folklore. As you probably guess, this has the same kind of format. One picture every time story starts. Story starts, sorry. Let's see. Mighty Miko's story. So this one's from Finland. And let's see what else is next here. Quite blank, very interesting read. Shouldn't be too complicated for most readers. According to Amazon, this is for teens and adults, just like that one I showed you about Celtic Tales. The Widow's Son, that one's from Norway. This one's from Iceland. And like with the Celtic Tales book, these are actually tales from primary sources, but they are adapted to fit the English language. You can even see here, sources. So you can at least know where they're coming from. So yeah. I don't, this is definitely not, it is definitely not all folk tales or fairy tales from these places, but, you know, it should be enough for a start at least. So, I think with these two books, you can probably find something interesting that would influence you as, let's say, a filmmaker, because I plan to be a filmmaker in the future, so maybe something from either of these books will actually appeal to me and give me influence. They also did a book on Japanese tales, so if you're interested in Japanese folklore or mythology, then maybe that would be a start as well. Now for the next one. Let me get that up. In Illustrated Kalevala, Myths and Legends from Finland. This one seems to be more chapter-based than those two books I just showed you. In fact, this one's probably all mythology. The creation of the world. Let's see here. Unfortunately, this one's not quite the book I was looking for, because this one's more this is more on a tale than I thought. I found out about this book after I was looking up books about Finnish mythology, and from what I gathered, it is not as well documented as Norse or Greek mythology because of how much of an impact Christianity made. But that's just a guess from what I've seen in some sources. But who knows? Maybe I'll eventually find a lot more information about Finnish mythology than I found previously, or not just Finnish, but you know, any other kinds of Baltic or Finnic mythologies, if I'm saying it right. And for the last book, let me just get that out in just a few seconds. Here's one that's not based on any tales, at least judging by the context of this book. From National Geographic, Backyard Guide to the Night Sky, 2nd edition. Yeah, even if with the autofocus being a little wonky, you can still tell. Again, this thing is autofocus, so I'm letting it do its thing. And it has a bit of astronomy, so that's nice if you're into that. I thought, you know, maybe there would be something cool about outer space that I take notes from. This part seems to be about astronomy or sky charts. At least I'm guessing it says on astronomy. Yeah, constellation charts, definitely astronomy. Again, just a guess, really. And at one point, I almost confused astrology with for astronomy or space cult or learning about space and stuff. Galaxy Empty Guide, so yeah, looking back in time, deep sky observing, star clusters, and also there are pages about the planets. So if you're interested in learning about the planets, then this book has that. And let's see, and it'll even tell you about the atmosphere as well. For example, one with Jupiter. Once I get this one up here. Come on, buddy. Atmosphere, liquid hydrogen core. So we have that. Also, it is very nice to actually have books about this stuff, because when you want to research things, reading from a screen is not always the most pleasant experience. If I can get this right. Yeah, reading from the screen is not always the most pleasant kind of experience, so it might be not nice to actually have books with you. With Jupiter, we never see it solve its surface, just roiling clouds that are thousands of miles thick. And yeah. So yeah, there's something like that. But anyway, the last thing I need to show is stuff about the camera. First, let me actually get the camera itself. And this is it. The EOS R8 from Canon. Again, not too familiar with Canon as a company. I don't, because we can talk a lot about how shady they possibly are, but that's obviously a topic for another video. This is the thing that you open at times when you're, recording with the camera. And let's see what we got here. Actually, can you do it with the thing on? Before recording, I did have the battery in this, and I did put an SD card in here, which is 120 gigabytes, so at least that's good. Some sort of mode I'm gonna have to learn more about. I need to read the manual to understand more about this. Let's see, obviously there's the menu button. This thing here, info. And this is also this thing right here. And wait, you just turn over once you get the stuff right here. Like that. See? But yeah, I'm just gonna put it back because I don't want to spend too much time here. But I will say it's a pretty good camera for what it is. At least it seems like it. I'll definitely make a test video when I get the chance, but I do like how it has this cover here, so I definitely hope I don't lose it because it's actually nice if you want to protect dust from it. Because a vacuum cleaner can only do so much. At least that's what I'm guessing. And these are the lenses that you're supposed to attach to the camera. Yeah, they're detachable. About as detachable as they get. Canon logo right there. Not to be confused with Canon films with the two ends in the middle, but yeah. Well, then again, I don't think most people know about this Canon. Let's see, 2450. So this is pretty much some kind of knob or turnover you can have here. Oh, this is not shooting position, but this is something like that. I don't know what this does, so I'm gonna have to learn that as time passes or experience passes. This is just the battery thing that's supposed to charge the batteries. So it does. So yeah, you have to charge that to a power source. It's not AA or replaceable, so I guess that's nice. This is the DME100. It's a microphone for the camera. I'm not gonna take it out yet because I don't want to cause a mess, but it's nice that they have a microphone. So yeah, that's nice. And next up is the lens cleaning kit. Which, yeah, this is for Zeiss. I assume it's supposed to be for the optics, like in case, some fingerprints or dust get on it. Because that's nice, definitely. Premium cleaning for precision optics. And looks like that's German and French. That's just a guess, don't worry. I don't really speak another language besides English, so yeah. And just instructions in different languages. Again, not too familiar with what each of these these abbreviations mean. I know this means French. This is German. This is Italian. And it's Spanish. But yeah. So yeah, that's from Zeiss, not actually from Canon. And what's next? What else am I forgetting? Oh right, the pack. Need to get that for a moment. All right, this is obviously the pack that that's supposed to go with the camera, I assume. This is from USA Gear, and yeah, it seems like you're meant to put cameras in it. Oh, it's like this thing up. Okay, top loading camera case, and this already has some stuff in it, so I'll have to use those practice how to use those in the future. And next up we have is the tripod grip from. Actually, this is the last thing we have to show here. The tripod grip also from Canon. This is the HG100 TBR. And this is how it looks. Looks pretty slim, I will say that. Let's see your contents and wireless remote control. So, yeah. I never opened it yet, like I said. But, yeah. Seems neat. And a bit of a caution sign there. Obviously, that means to be careful with small stuff. And I think that's pretty much it. Actually, one more thing. Actually, two more things. This is the strap that goes with the camera. Again, just an assumption. I assume you're supposed to attach this to the camera in case you don't want to hold it, but you need to have something around your neck, let's say. And this is one more book. And this is it, I promise you. The Birth of Loud, Leo Fender, Les Paul, and the guitar-pinning rivalry that shaped rock and roll. Again, this is something I got. Okay, I'm not sure why I'm saying again, but this is a book I got on the party that was the day before my actual birthday. The actual birthday being October 6th, by the way, because the party was on a Saturday, so my actual birthday was on a Sunday. But anyway. When Leo Fender, a quiet self-taught radio repairman, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, pretty much plenty of technical stuff, and this one's very much chapter based. And yeah, plenty of stuff about all these different things. Oh, some nice pages for to Cause why not? Let's see. Let's see what else is next. Leo Fender adore tools like his down punch press, the way players adore their guitars. It was a piece of machinery. Okay, neat, neat. Alright, so this looks more like it's based on real history. Again, it's just an assumption, so I'm gonna have to see how it goes when I read it. But I think that's pretty much all, and I'll see you guys later.